All right, everybody. Well, first of all, thank you for being with us on a Monday night. I'm Shannon Larice, just one of the coaches rocking her best life. Can't say her because we have lots of different people on our team. But we are here this evening doing what's called a coach discovery. So, this is just information about what we do as coaches. We're going to go through who we are. We're going to also share how we do what we do. And then we have two special guests tonight, and we will introduce those folks to you. And we're going to do a little fun Q&A, a little interview. This is something different. We haven't done things like this particularly before, but we like to change it up, keep it fresh for everybody, so that you can truly see uh, who we are in our personalities to make sure that this is the right place for you. So Coach Lindsay is going to kick us off with some things. She has a nice PowerPoint presentation for us that she's going to show us and share her screen.
Shannon's being very nice by calling it a PowerPoint. I am really not technically savvy at all. So I'm going to show you my beautiful Canva arrangement. Let's see. Look. Ha! Oh, look, we need to start at the beginning. All right. I think I pressed present. Voila. So as Shannon said, we're just here.
Hold on. I don't see your screen.
Oh, probably because I didn't press share screen. I'm really good at this.
Awesome. See, anybody can be a coach, right, Linz?
Anybody. Oh, now I got to do the present thing again. All right. We're lucky we even have this much. Trust me, I'm not good at this stuff. I normally have someone else do it for me. But we did it today. So as Shannon said, welcome. We're just really, really excited to kind of share with you who we are, what we do, how we earn an income, what is this all about? And like Shannon said, we have some special guests. I'm really excited to share their stories with you and kind of what this business is doing for them and where they want to go. So this is just a few of our beautiful members of our team. We have gotten to go to quite a few places together. I guess one of these is in Virginia, the other two are in Florida. We have been to Punta Cana and to the Bahamas and Haiti and everywhere. You'll see that at some point. Our two guest speakers tonight are Emerson and Devin. They are two coaches in two very different spots in their business. So I'm excited to share with you where they are, where they want to go, and you'll hear a little bit about their stories. So Emerson, you can add anything here that you want to, but he is a husband, he is a father, he is also a personal trainer, and he is a brand new coach who has achieved his first business milestone during our new coach mentorship, which we will talk to you about, and we'll have him kind of share a little bit about how he went through that and just a little bit about that. And then we also have Devin Wheaton, who I love so much. She is a wife and a mom of two. She also owns her own graphic design business, as well as her coaching business. Guys, this woman travels the world. Her social media has been blowing up with wherever she has been over the past, I feel like it's all during COVID, like you just started traveling. But she's able to do all of that, all of those things, and still have a successful coaching business. So I'm really excited for you guys to hear from her. I'm going to go over one more. Let me see okay, we'll talk about all this stuff later. So let me stop sharing my screen. I'm just going to go over quickly who we are, what we do, who we are and what we do. So as you can see from everyone on this screen here, if you're watching this live or if you catch the replay, we are you, essentially, sitting behind your screen right now. We are corporate professionals. We have some personal trainers, we have yoga instructors, we have stay-at-home moms, ex-bartenders, there's law enforcement. Excuse me. Kim over here is a director for Royal Caribbean. She directs the shows. So for those of you who have been on ships, you've probably seen something that she does. Nurses we have, so everything from A to Z. Those are people on our team, which is really, really cool because we all bring something very different to the table. Lots of different personalities, but what we all have in common is that we absolutely freaking love what we do. We have a huge passion for sharing how this has changed our lives. And what is this? This being not only this business opportunity, but just the health and wellness part of it as well. Like most of us did not come into this to start a business. Most of us came into this really for our own personal journey. For me, it was, I was kind of downward spiraling as in mommydom and needed a way out. I needed something to make me happy again, to find confidence again. I had lost it completely. And so my journey started with me. And then I started finding confidence and all the good stuff and all the happy things. And I was like, well, this is amazing. And people started noticing and I started sharing. And so it was sort of an organic transition. And I feel it was that way for a lot of us. So you don't have to have a fitness background. Some do, which is amazing. But what's so great about this is you can add your personality to whatever it is that you're doing. I feel like I lost my train of thought a little bit. But anyway, that's who we are. What we do every day, and I'm going to just kind of go through this quickly. But the very first thing is we take care of ourselves. First and foremost, that is what we do on a daily basis. What that means is, taking care of our bodies, both physically, mentally. We are huge believers in personal development. So we got to get our minds in the right place in order to be, present in all of the moments with our families and all of the things, but also to kind of push us through the physical part of this journey as well, because your body's only going to do what your mind tells it can. So sometimes we need a little kick in the butt with some good books. So we take care of ourselves first and foremost. The second thing that we do is, like I said, it's that personal development. It's really working on developing a healthy mindset. Never, ever, ever did I think that would be the most important part of my personal journey. I shunned it at first. I laughed at it. I said I wasn't going to do it. And now it is what fuels me every single day. And I think that that's really, really magical because probably one of my favorite things about this company and this business is, yes, we are network marketers, but we don't just push sales. We really, really focus on who we are, developing our very best selves and sharing that. And I think that that's really special. So, working on ourselves first, both physically and mentally, is the most important part. The third thing that we do is we make sure that we get our clients results. And we do that because we're a client first and foremost, right? We are our own clients. So we provide the tools that we use every single day, and we give that to our clients. And we can talk more about this at another time, but we have an app, we have a space for our clients and for us to check in every single day. There's track your workouts, track your supplements, track your meals, your weight, your measurements, your progress photos, all the things, which is fantastic to keep you on track. But then it's also that space for support and accountability, which we all need so desperately, even if you are like me and think that you want nothing to do with a group or a team or anything to do with having people support you. It's crazy how that turns around and you realize how important that truly is. To have someone say, you know what, Lindsay, you did a good job today. And you're like, yes, I did. And it feels good. So, and you'll have to excuse me, I have been sick. So, and then the very last thing that we do on a daily basis is we share our stories. It's probably how you got invited into this this call, into our Rock Your Life group, we share how not only this business, but this personal journey has changed our lives every single day, in so many ways. For some, it's weight loss. For some, it's growing confidence. For some, it's really just finding a sense of community. Someone might have to take over. But really just sharing how this has impacted us in both our health and wellness journey, but also in our lives. This business is changing our lives, and that's what we share every single day. So, Shannon, you might have to take over a little bit here, because I might have one of those coughing attacks. Love you. Thank you.
You pretty much covered it all. So I will add on to that about who we are looking for. You know, the premise of this team is we really want you to be you. You know, there's so many teams out there, and a lot of them look alike. I'll never forget, I think there's like the Blonde Dynasty out there. But the point is that the most attractive thing in the world you can be is you. And when you put yourself out there and you're sharing your story, you are an inspiration to others. And in return, that's what's going to keep you fueled and keep you going in your business. So we are really looking for people who, like Lindsay said, you know, you have a desire to want to live a better life. Okay, whether that looks like health, fitness, finances, community, you know, whatever, maybe it's all of that. Maybe there are all of those aspects of your life that you want to bring to that next level. You can create that, and you get to do that on your own. So we are looking for people who want to have positive change in their life, who are ambitious, who are determined, who are self-started, self-motivated. Sure, you're going to be down on some days, but you want to know what? You have a team of people that you have to build trust with, and they're going to be there to lift you up, just like Lynn said. And you know, it's really, to some level, a give and take. We want you to ask questions. If you feel uncertain or unsure about anything that has to do with your personal journey, a product, or even network marketing as a whole, you have to ask questions. If you just make assumptions, you won't know. And if you don't try, that's really truly the only way to ever fail at anything. So there's no, what's the word? Not benefit or sorry, it's been a long day, disadvantage to even giving something like this a try, because at the end of the day, what you're giving yourself is the opportunity to just live a healthier day, right? So that's kind of who we're looking for. So if you fit in that realm, now again, we are all very different. We all have different backgrounds, but we all come together with a common ambitious goal to truly help serve other people, to want to have a better life as well. But in return, we want to have better lives too. It is never, ever, ever be ashamed for the goals that you want to achieve. We know all of each other's goals, and we are accountable to one another for them. So with that being said, I just had all of my little questions here, and I think I just lost them. We're going to go ahead and we're going to open this, and we're going to talk to some of the coaches that we have newly met and have met throughout the years. So I want to go ahead and start with Emerson. I hope you don't mind, Emerson. New kid on the block, new guy on the block, and not to point that out. How's it going? Are you good?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
So Emerson, we went ahead and just shared a little snippet about you, and obviously you know yourself a whole lot better than we do. So if you can just tell us a little bit more about you, your passion, and then I'll go ahead and ask you two little questions to share with everybody. Very impromptu.
Sure. And thank you, Lindsay, for the introduction there. I mean, we're pretty much on it there. Yes, I am a personal trainer, and I came into this kind of just. I mean, when I heard the word networking, I told Shannon I had a past uh, in it, and it wasn't good, but what she had shared with me just made so much sense, and networking itself makes a lot of sense to me. So, and being that this is a online fitness coaching, I'm like, I'm in. And now this is definitely fitness has always been something that's changed my life a lot, and something that gives me confidence. Speaking of confidence, Lindsay, it's something that I struggle with, and I feel like this business itself is challenging me to do that, to gain more confidence, and to just be able to just come out and be vulnerable as well, and share my story. So yeah, I mean,
So when you got started, what you had an experience with network marketing before, right?
mm,
And like you said, it wasn't a good experience, but this was something that was a little bit different. And we made a promise to you that we were going to see you through in your business and mentor you and lay out a roadmap. What was that experience like for you?
as far as the roadmap,
As far as your first month, because in your
well,
first month, quite frankly, you followed the roadmap and you achieved everything that we had shared with you that you could achieve and beyond. So I want to know how the mentorship was for you. Did it put you at ease? Was it stressful? Was it anything like
um,
you'd experienced in the past?
I really like the mentorship. For me, I just feel more supported this time around. Um, Especially here. I mean, you're great, Shannon. Thank you. You've stayed on top of it, and just the things that you were sharing with me encouraged me to to just follow the plan and trust the process, and just again, the way you just continue to reach out to me really helped and encourage, and you continue to do that. So it's been great. I gotta say, just the support and the mentorship that the group has provided. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, we can't be a team with one person, right?
Yeah, yeah,
There's
definitely.
not one person on a team that wins games. um,
Yes.
so, what is it that is encouraging you to stick around?
Um, you know, it just to kind of go back in the past. One of the things for me, and one thing that I like, especially with how you're approaching things, and again, it's incredible how you're really being supportive, because in the past I didn't really get that, and you really are reading me well, and you know when to step back, and you know when to come in, and that, I really appreciate that. And like, I think you really understand me as a person, or as who I am. I see that you have adapted to me, and I really appreciate that, because once I get kind of locked into something, I tend to what do you call that? Lock up,
Mm-hmm.
for the lack of a better word. But then you realize, I believe you realize, then you step back and you give me some room to expand and to grow, and I really appreciate that. So that to me is big. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So
Well,
um,
thank you. Just like Lynn said, sometimes you have to have your team pump you up. Well, that's really sweet. And we all write goals, right? In the beginning, that's one of the first things that we do is we create visions in our first week of mentorship. And it's important that I know what everybody's goals are, because if you're not showing up, who's going to remind you? It's easy for us to, forgive ourselves. But when you're on a team and you're working together and you're building relationships with people, this is truly a relationship business. And so we have these conversations about the things that we want to achieve. So we put a little, stamped heart on it, and we kind of make it our own. So there's truly things that we on this team want to see happen for everybody. It's that whole premise: if you give, then you will receive, right? So what you put out is what you get. And, I hope that along the way, you're taking into account how personal growth and professional development is really, really important. And we all sometimes have to pull away, but other people will realize it and then reel us back in so that we can achieve the goals that we say we're going to do. But at the end of the day, we are all responsible for our own business. And this is a very simple business. Like Lindsay said, we have all the tools, all the hacks, all the things that Team Beachbody gives to us, so that we don't have to rethink all of these things. We can truly just be human with people. So Emerson, I know how hard that is to share on a platform like this. And I promise you, the day that you get up on stage and tell your story, you are just going to be the proudest man ever. And you are going to have a crowd of people cheering you on and supporting you as well. So thank you so much for sharing. It's so appreciative. And again, it's all practice, right? This is just like the first time you do something, or it's that first time you take a sweaty selfie. Everybody's like, I got to do what? So we appreciate you sharing with all of us.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, so next up, we are going to talk to Devin Wheaton. Devin and I have been coaches almost the same as each other. I think you may have come on like a year, maybe 6 months after. I don't know. I've lost track because it's been so long now. But what I do remember is that we went through this training together to advance our businesses. And at that time, the entire group just exploded. It was so exciting. So, Devin, can you share a little bit more about yourself and your journey here?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know. I'll never forget, Shannon. I met you for the first time in California at New Leader Conference.
In
and
person.
You were like, hey, come stay in my room. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I love her. She's so nice. Everybody's just so nice. So thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk to you guys. My story is very similar to Lindsay's. I was really lost in motherhood. I feel like I lost myself a lot. Had 2 children kind of really close together, and was really struggling with just a lot of things like most new moms struggle with. Identity was a big one, and just confidence, overall confidence. And coaching really kind of gave me permission to dream again. I think that as a mom, you graduate, or as a woman, or anyone in general, you go through the motions. You go to high school, you go to college, you get the job, you do this, have the family, or whatever that looks like to you. But for me, it was, that's what you do. And I never even realized this amount of growth was possible. Like, I never even, it is mind blowing how much I've grown because of coaching. Because I was influenced by someone posting their journey on Facebook. Instagram wasn't even around, Instagram may have been around back then, but I was influenced by someone just sharing what they were doing. And it motivated me, and I saw myself in this person, and I said, you know what, if she can do this, and she can, you know, do these at-home workout programs, and she can find this joy and change her body, her mind. You could tell the happiness was just, she was radiating with this joy, and I wanted that because I wasn't in a good place. And so it was the best decision I ever made to say yes and jump into a 30-day challenge group. And I got killer results. I really went all in and committed to myself. And I really just had to, like you guys are saying, I had to just trust, because, you know, we are our own worst enemy. We can talk ourselves out of anything. But I knew that I watched my friend do this and I could do it too. I was a believer because I saw it for myself. And so I went all in, got great results, and I was like changed in 30 days. I know that sounds crazy, but there was so much growth that happened in such a short amount of time because I had zero, you know, I wasn't a personal trainer. I barely could cook. My husband still makes fun of me because we made a pact when we got married that I didn't expect him to fix things around the house because he's not like a handyman. And I said, well, don't expect me to cook because I don't cook and I'm not a cook. So I grew so much with just learning how to cook and about nutrition, the basics. I really learned just the basics. And I surprised myself at the end of 30 days when I was feeling better. I had all this energy. I loved the community I was a part of. I had made all these like new virtual friends, and as a new mom, I was lonely. I needed that connection. And for me, that was transformative. And so when my coach asked me at the end of the 30 days, hey, you know, you should think about being a coach, you'll get a discount on your products or whatever. I was like, yeah, I'm all in, because I knew that if I could make that big of a change in that short amount of time, as a new mom, busy with 2 little kids at home, I knew that other women out there needed what I had found. So that was really kind of my driving force. Is I knew that if I could feel as good as I did after 30 days, I had to share this with other women. And so the money-making part and the earning enough money to pay for my supplements and all the things, you know, that was just kind of a bonus in the beginning. So it really, like I said, it gave me permission to dream again. It gave me a platform to reach women and to show them what's possible for their lives, to feel good, to be that energetic, fun, active mom that I always wanted to be. And also to be able to earn income to contribute to their families. Like, that was big for me. I wanted to be able to pay for the extra things. I wanted my kids to do dance lessons. I wanted to have Disney annual passes. Like, that was a big goal for me because I live in Florida. And so my kind of goals changed and, you know, over time, and I just kept setting bigger goals. And that's what this business is. It is what you make it. And it just gives you permission to dream big on a level that you've never thought was possible for your life. I really believe that. Like, I'm such a different person today than I was when I met Shannon at New Leader Conference all those years ago, because I continue to challenge myself. Coaching continues to push you out of your comfort zone. You do scary shit every single day, but that's where you see the most growth in your life. Personally, physically, financially, it is scary. I'll never forget my first post on Facebook. I was so terrified. I was like, oh my God, my husband told me this is a pyramid scheme. Like, I'm actually, what am I doing with my life? And but I knew inside, I was like, this is good, and I have to share it with other women. And so I stepped into that fear. I put it out there. I tuned out those critics on the outside, tuned into the critic on the inside, started doing the work, reading the personal development, and just growing. And I'm going to continue to grow. And I'll never quit this Beachbody coaching thing, because you just continue to transform in all the ways. So that's really kind of how it all started for me, where I am now. And I just continue to, I love the flexibility. Like Lindsay said, I travel a lot with my family, bring my laptop with me. I run my challenge groups. I still run a graphic design business from home. And so it's just, it fits in perfectly with my life. And I've made it I've tweaked it to where I can be on the go. I can travel and still do the things and still help inspire people. So I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I know.
No, you did great. You answered the two questions that I was going to ask you. So I'm going to embellish. On one of the questions, which has to do, you were talking about dreaming big. And, you've been in your business for 7 years. Okay, 6 or 7 years. Yeah. So, just like anything in life, there are ups and downs, and this is our business. And at what point was the turning point for you to be like, you know what? This is my business. I'm the CEO. These are my dreams, and here's where I'm going.
Honestly, I believe that it was New Leader Conference for me. When I sat in a room with other women who were motivated and saw this opportunity to change their lives, like they saw it as much as I did, and we were all sitting in a room together. And when I started thinking about this like a business, instead of just a hobby, because for a long time I was a hobby coach. And by hobby coach, I just mean that, I just did things when it was convenient for me. And when I started to shift my mindset and look at this like a real business, and I had to even start talking about it that way, because I would downplay it and say, oh yeah, that's just my Beachbody coaching thing. And just
you can get a discount.
Exactly. And it's like, no, like this is my business and I'm proud of this. And I have, worked really hard to help all these women to grow and change. And I feel good about this. So I think it was when I decided to really kind of shift the way that I thought about coaching and really took it seriously as a business.
Yeah. It's amazing. And it's amazing when you surround yourself in that environment. Each quarter we have events, and it's amazing to see all the different types of coaches that come to those events. Now, a lot of people come to those events just to work out with the super trainers, right? Mm-hmm. But when you achieve different levels in your business and different, different levels of leadership, we'll share a little bit about the compensation plan here in a moment, but you start going to these meetings where people treat this like a business, and you start learning from other people, and that's then who you're influenced by. So I love that you shared that, because going to that New Leadership Conference as quick as possible, like in your first year as a coach, is so very important. And we mentioned earlier that this isn't a business that we do on our own. We have customers, we have preferred customers, but there's a mentoring part of this. And so, we are recruiting. That's why we asked for you to join us here today, to learn more about what we do and see if this is a match. Because if we aren't training new coaches, there's no duplication. It's just like a team. We cannot win on our own. Everybody wins when everybody works together. And so we are helping people every single day. But tonight we are looking for people who want to help people every single day, and then help others learn how to do the same. And so I love that you shared about New Leader Conference. That's held, I think, in February every single year.
Yeah.
And it's in LA. So who cares where you go in February when it's LA, right?
Exactly. I think the belief too, I really struggled with belief believing that I could do this in the beginning because I didn't have any sort of background. I was like, who's gonna want to join my team? I was literally on the couch 4 months ago, drinking wine, eating cheese, watching Real Housewives, and I had to get real with myself and say, that I really had to believe that I could inspire people with just sharing me. And like you said, being you is all you need to do and be in this business. You don't have to know anything about everything or that's the saying. Like, I knew nothing about what I was doing when I decided to put that post on Facebook and reach out to my, 20 people and ask them to join my group. I had no group. I had no idea what I was going to do. I had no idea, but I figured it out along the way because I knew that this had the potential to create a ripple effect in so many people's lives, make a difference, and help me achieve some goals and dream big, like I said, again, for the first time in a long time. So you're right. You don't have to really have any experience doing anything other than just being yourself. And if you don't really even know that, because when I first started, I was like, I don't really know what my story is. My story is not really that cool or exciting, or like, I don't have this big transformation. Nobody's going to want to do it. Was all mindset, and you work on that. And after you help your first person and you put yourself out there, your confidence grows as a coach, and it just slowly continues to grow and grow and grow and grow. And before you know it, you're like, who am I? This is amazing. I am still learning things today about programs and nutrition, but I'm still not an expert. I don't need to be an expert. I just have to be myself. I have to genuinely care about helping other people and giving them the tools that are there for us to be able to, make big changes in their lives. So I just want to throw that in because I really didn't believe that I could do this until I helped my very first person. And it was like, I know people talk about this, coaches are like, that first person I helped, it was so important because I was like, wow, I can inspire people. And, but you just have to just go for it and trust in the process. And you guys are such amazing leaders, and everything that you've created, all these systems and setting goals for your team is incredible. I mean, it's absolutely incredible what you guys have done. And I'm so proud of you, and just honored that you had me on to talk tonight and ramble and show you my bear outside of my window at the beginning of the call.
Listen, like attracts like. It was just, you would have been on this team or another. We're all one big team anyway, so it's all good.
You're right.
It's funny because all three of us, Shannon, Devin, and myself, all went to New Leader.
Yep, all
together, and none of us had met. I met Shannon, right? I've met you in person before.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't even know it's been so long, but we met Devin for the first time in real life, which was really cool.
It was awesome.
It was fun.
So, Devin, thank you so much. Emerson, thank you so much for sharing. We're going to be doing this again. We'll probably be doing this once every quarter, but before we finish and close up, there's usually this itching question about how do we really make money? Because, if you are a coach, if you are a trainer, and Linz, I think we might have a slide for this.
Yep, I'm going to share my screen here for you.
The thing is that people are very, very accustomed to a fee-for-service type of business model, and network marketing, this is where people get kind of weirded out, is that we have a product. Beachbody provides us with programs and products, the trainers, the nutritionists, all of the people who have worked really hard to put these tools together for us so that we can merely be coaches and cheerleaders and mentors to other people. And so Beachbody has this package, which we all started the same exact way. We all bought a $160 or maybe even more because we wanted more things package. And whether we were a customer or a new coach getting started, it didn't matter. Our coach made 25%. Now you can also make up to 40% on Beachbody On Demand on the platform itself. However, that's only one time a year. It's a renewable subscription every single year. With a challenge pack, you have supplements that come inside of that. And those supplements renew every single month. So from your customers, you're receiving a commission each month. Now, we mentioned earlier about duplication and building a team. Well, when you build a team of people who are being consistent, we probably would call that person a preferred customer. They may want to save some money. So they're going to save that 25% that you would normally make in a commission. However, they are now part of your team. And then you're going to have some coaches on your team who are also saving that 25%. But the difference between a preferred customer and a coach is that the coach is actually also building the team. So when you have a preferred customer who's on your team, it's sort of like the practice player on a football team, right? Never really plays the game, but they're there, right? They're contributing, they're cheering people on, they are showing up every single day, they are getting results. And then you have the coaches on the team who are building the team alongside with you. When that happens, you are producing volume. And the CEO of Beachbody says, if you are going to continue to see people through on their journeys, and you are going to build a community, and you are going to teach other people how to pay this forward, I'm also going to give you a bonus weekly based off of that volume that is produced. So not only are you making commissions on a monthly basis from your customers, you are also making weekly bonus checks, which at the end of the day, the goal is that those bonus checks supersede any commission that you ever make. So you don't have to sell a lot of product. I have kind of a baseline that I like to set people up for success, or maybe even exceed their success, and say, if you have a standard of helping 5 to 10 people a month, your business is guaranteed to grow. Now you can help 3 people a month and your business will grow. It'll just take a little longer. But, we, again, are looking for self-motivated, driven people. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to work hard to do that as well. And we're going to do that as a team. So commissions and bonuses, and then there are things called matches and bonuses, where Beachbody is going to pay you 10% for every time your coach is also making team cycling bonus, which is fun, right? That's just like awesome. That means you are teaching other people how to be successful. When other people are successful, you are successful. And then there are also quarterly bonuses. So the more coaches that you mentor on your team, we will take you through this road trip. What do we call it? A road to leadership, or a road to success, where your business volume starts growing. So you become a team builder, then you become a team leader, and then your team can become what's called premier and elite. And all of those things mean is that the volume is growing, and then you are mentoring other people on your team. And the more people you mentor on your team, the more bonus ranks you are available to you. So those come quarterly. I think one of the first ranks for quarterly bonus is a 2-star diamond. That means you mentored 2 people, and I think it usually averages about $1,000 per quarter, give or take, depends on how the network is doing. But that is not just a bonus based off of what your team is producing. That is the entire network of Beachbody. And as you start helping more and more coaches, 15-star, 10-star, 12-star, you are going to receive those additional tiers of bonuses per quarter as well. And I'm not a 15-star diamond, but I'm pretty confident that the quarterly bonus is close to what I make as a corporate businesswoman, maybe more. So, again, when Devin said dream big, don't put a label on yourself. Labels are just not cool. I know everybody's out there wanting to like label things, and it never feels good to really be labeled, because then we kind of feel stuck, right? Because that's what someone else thinks of us. Take all the labels off, go out there, be you, dream big, and you get to determine really how much that you bring home, and you can feel good about it at the end of the day. Now, there are other incentives. There are trips. We have Leadership, Elite, and then Success Club. Everybody can go on the Success Club trip. All you got to do is get on the waiting list. And if they see people that you are helping, you are going to be invited to come. And then you get to earn each month based off the number of people you help in the year. Again, stick to what I'm recommending, 5 to 10 people a month. Your trip's free. This year we went to Punta Cana. Next year we're going to Mexico. And it's all expenses paid. You just buy your airline ticket and get there, and then everything's amazing. But even down to the every single month, they really just do like these great things. Like, I think I received a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses the last year, because I consistently helped people every single month. I just received I don't even know what this thing is called. It's a tripod, but it has a funny name, a twinkle or something like that, or a tentacle. I don't know. It's hilarious. It has suction cups, but it's basically like this selfie stick that you can put anywhere. And they just sent it to me because I helped people last month. So again, they're always sharing things with you. Sometimes it's personal development. Last year, there was also an opportunity to work with Tony Robbins's protege. Her name is KK, Carissa Kudis. What an amazing opportunity that was, to be able to be one-on-one on Zoom calls and just be energized by that level of professionalism, to really feel as you own your business. And so at the end of the day, we want you to feel proud of what it is that you do. We get to take care of ourselves, we get to pay that forward, and we make money doing that. You don't have to be certified. If you are certified, that's a bonus, right? That's a bonus. That means you bring a level of something to other people's lives, whether you're a personal trainer, a nutritional coach, a mindset coach. We have a booty instructor on our team and a meditation coach. And when that girl steps in the room, everybody knows, and it's really beautiful and amazing. So that just means that when you have these additional things about you, those are the types of people that you are going to attract into your life and be able to share with. And in our monthly mentorship, when you first begin, we are going to really, like, we don't blow whistles, we don't micromanage. We really expect you to expect of yourself. So when you say you want to do something, we expect that you really want to do this with us. And so we're going to lay it out for you, and we're going to give you the guidelines. And we're going to check in with you on a weekly basis. During the first week, we're actually going to feed you a very little bit of information every single day. I recently had a coach go into the back office and like do everything in one weekend, and told me she was really overwhelmed. Well, no kidding. Why would you do that? Like, it's one thing to be motivated and a self-starter, but it's another thing to overwhelm yourself and then pull back and then go into that procrastination mode, right? And so we don't want that to happen. We want to guide you in a way that is going to make you feel successful. You're going to have questions along the way. We expect you to ask them. If you don't ask, you don't know. Don't assume. If you're not asking questions, we either think you're not engaged or you found the answer. Maybe you Googled it. We tell people to Google things all the time. You can Google anything. But at the end of the day, we do really, really want to work as a team. And as you achieve the first rank in your business, we will graduate you onto another message pod where you are constantly working with people who are at the same level as you so that you can grow together. And we will move you out of these different mentoring pods as you grow personally so that you are continually surrounded by people who are thriving. And if you feel like you're stuck, you gotta let us know, and we are here to drive each other. Anything that you want to add, Linz?
Yeah, I just wanted to add one thing about our mentorship. And we have really worked really hard on creating something that you can pass down to your own coaches. So you have gone through this. So Emerson has gone through this. There's a few other people, Kara, Lisa, who are on this call have gone through this as well. So what we've done is we have made it so that now that you've gone through this, you've experienced it, you've walked the walk, then you can take the exact same thing and hand it to your new coaches. So when you have that first coach team that's like, I'm ready to do this, you don't have to go, I don't know what to do. You just go, oh, okay, you're going to do the exact same thing that I did. So, of course, if you want to tweak, you can, but you never have to reinvent the wheel. And that's something that Shannon and I have worked really hard and talked a lot about, is just making sure that what we're doing is not only something that only we can do. We want to make sure that it's something that we can give to you so that you can feel confident to share that with your coaches as well. So everything that we have, we keep nothing secret. It is for you as well. We share. We have, other teams that we collaborate with and work with. We share everything. So what's ours is yours, and we want to make sure that you are set up to help when you start to grow your own team. So.
Yeah, that is so true because, we've tried lots of things throughout the years, and a lot of things work and a lot of things don't work. And sometimes they work for a little while and then we need to tweak them. And, as you start leading a team, you will start collaborating with us and with other coaches that you have, like Devin, we really love working with her. And you start getting ideas from other people, and we encourage that. We have bi-weekly calls. We actually have weekly calls, but bi-weekly, it's our team. And then we also expose everybody to our upline team. There's oftentimes guest speakers on those calls, and we really encourage people to get on them because, you're just going to be getting information from us or learning on your own. However, the more you expose yourself to different types of coaches, you can take what it is that you need to be successful for yourself. You do not have to do things just like me or just like Lindsay, but there are systems and things and processes in place that are extremely duplicatable. And we'll be frank with you. Other coaches have shared their ideas with us, and we just kind of tweaked it and made it our own. And so we encourage that. But we are a team, and we do want people to work with us. And so we hope that you get back in touch with us and continue to have this conversation, continue to ask your questions. We are just at that 9:30 mark. High five, everybody, because we did it. We stayed on time. And we don't go have these webinars every single week. What we do have is our Rock Your Life Facebook page, where we do go live in there every single week. And so if there are any recordings that you need to review, you can see some of the information that we share in that group.
I'm going to drop the link in the chat here.
Oh, awesome. That would be great. And then there's also an opportunity for us to go ahead, if you don't have Facebook, to go ahead and send you the recordings. So we can do that as well. But any information that you need, anything you want to learn about the workouts, the nutrition programs, this is now the time to continue the conversation with the coach that invited you to this call and start asking your questions so that we can get you started in our next mentorship. And I believe our next mentorship is going to begin on July 11th. It's a Monday. We decided to, give the whole holiday week to everybody. We know it's probably a vacation week, but July 11th will be day one of our next coach mentorship. And it will expand through the entire month of July. But that doesn't mean it's it. It means that we're just getting you started. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for being with us today. We love and appreciate you, and we can't wait to welcome you to the team. Take care, everybody.
Thank you so much, you guys. Good night.